This is the PROGENY 300W portable power station. It keeps my phone, laptop, camera, and lights running through a full weekend without feeling like I am hauling a car battery around. Portable power stations sit in that sweet spot between a wall outlet and a gas generator. This one is designed for campers, road trippers, renters who want a quiet backup for short outages, and anyone who wants reliable electricity at a campsite, a tailgate, or a beach day. I fit squarely into that group. I am outdoors most weekends, and I want something simple that I can trust, not a science project and not a 50-pound brick. The design matters because I carry it a lot. The PROGENY is smaller than the photos led me to expect and right around 7 pounds. I can grab it with one hand and move it from the trunk to a picnic table without thinking about it. The rounded corners and the orange accents make it easy to spot in a messy car, and the fold-flat handle does not snag on bags. The front panel is the brain and the face of the whole thing. All the ports are there, the status display is centered and readable, and the built-in light-emitting diode area light is brighter than I expected for setting up a tent or cooking after sunset. The enclosure does not feel flimsy. I have set it on gravel, slid it across a wooden bench, and it still looks clean, which matters because I am not precious with camping gear. Using it feels straightforward in a way that I appreciate. I did not need to study a manual to get going. The ports are clearly labeled. There is a dedicated button to activate the alternating current outlets, another for the direct current section, and another for the light-emitting diode light. The information display shows battery percentage, input and output wattage, and which sections are live. It wakes quickly and the reading is steady, so I always know if a device is actually charging. Recharging is flexible. At home, I plug it into a wall outlet. On the road, I have used a car charger. Outside, I tried a solar panel, and that is where the learning curve lies. The power station supports solar with maximum power point tracking, which basically means it automatically finds the most efficient way to pull power from the panel. That yields faster charging when the sun is strong. Getting the cables and the polarity right took me a minute the first time because the directions are basic. A short YouTube video and a little patience solved it, and once I understood the connectors, it became routine. Core performance is where this thing earns its keep. The internal battery is around 300 watt-hours. In normal language, that means it is not just for topping off a phone. I have charged my phone around 40 times across several trips. My work laptop gets roughly 4 to 5 full charges. A small tent fan ran overnight while I slept, and the battery still had life in the morning. The alternating current output is a pure sine wave, the same shape you get from a home outlet, which matters if you care about sensitive electronics. I have run my laptop while editing video, a mirrorless camera charger, and a tiny projector, all without flicker or weird noises from the power bricks. The direct current output is regulated at 12 volts. That means it holds a stable 12 volts even when the battery level drops, which is crucial for devices that throw a fit when voltage dips. I use a continuous positive airway pressure machine occasionally, and the stable output is the difference between sleeping through the night and waking up to an error beep at 3 in the morning. Real testing is where I stopped worrying about theoretical numbers and just used it. On a 3-day camping trip, I treated the PROGENY like a base station. Phones lived on the universal serial bus ports during the day. A headlamp and 2 action camera batteries kept rotating on and off. I ran a small clip fan through the night. In the afternoon, I plugged in a little snack fridge, the kind people bring for a few drinks and chocolate. As long as we kept the draw inside the inverter's comfort zone, the fridge ran for about 8 hours before we gave the power station a break. I topped the station up with a friend's 50-watt solar panel while we sat in camp chairs. Under clear sun, that panel made steady progress, but it was not fast. Later, I borrowed a 100-watt panel and the difference was obvious. With maximum power point tracking doing its thing, the charging speed felt respectable for a single panel setup. The point is, if you plan to lean on solar, a stronger panel matters and clouds will slow you down. My weekday use case is less romantic and just as telling. I write and edit in parks and on patios, and I hate running extension cords. I set the PROGENY on the table, press the alternating current button, and plug in my laptop charger. The pure sine wave output keeps my laptop happy even when I start scrubbing through footage. I set my phone on the wireless charging pad at the top, and it quietly fills up while I work. No hunting for a cable under a pile of snacks, no juggling ports. At night, during a brief outage, the light-emitting diode area light lit up the kitchen better than my flashlight. It is wide and even, not a piercing spot. One detail that has become part of my routine is the way the station spreads out the outputs. I get 2 alternating current outlets. Most weekends that is enough, but when friends show up with laptops and drone batteries, we take turns or we use a small multi-outlet extender. The universal serial bus ports cover most gadgets. There is a universal serial bus Type-C port that charges my newer phone, and a fast-charge universal serial bus for a quick boost. The regulated 12-volt barrel port is what I trust for the continuous positive airway pressure device and for a small cooler. I also appreciate that the station wakes up quickly and does not shut off unexpectedly when I am charging low-draw items like a smartwatch. Some power stations cut power if the draw is tiny. This one has not done that to me. There are quirks. The cooling fan kicks on with heavier loads. It is not loud, but in a very quiet tent I notice it for a second. The display is readable, though under direct noon sun I sometimes shade it with my hand to catch the numbers. The solar instructions are bare bones. If you have never touched a solar panel, expect a little bit of fiddling and a quick search to match connectors. Also, battery capacity is finite. If your plan is to run a large appliance around the clock, this is not the right class of product. For a continuous positive airway pressure machine, a small fridge, an electric blanket, or power tools, you need to understand how long you want them to run and plan for recharging. That is just the reality of lithium-ion power stations. Over time, all lithium-ion batteries age. With reasonable use and charging habits, I have not noticed any decline yet, but I am realistic about the chemistry. What stands out are the small, smart touches that show up in daily use. The wireless charging pad sounds like a gimmick until you set your phone down while cooking and realize your battery is filling without any cables. The regulated 12-volt direct current output eliminates a big pain point for medical devices and coolers. The pure sine wave alternating current output means I do not worry about my work laptop. The light-emitting diode area light is bright enough that I did not set up a separate lantern last trip. And the whole unit is light enough that I just bring it, even if I am pretty sure I will not need it. That is the test of good gear for me. If it is easy to carry and easy to use, it gets used. If you are a weekend camper, a van person who values space and weight, or someone who wants a calm backup plan during brief outages, this fits. It is reliable, simple, and honest about what it can do. It handles phones, cameras, lights, laptops, fans, and small coolers without drama. It is not for running big appliances for days on end, and it is not meant to replace a whole home setup. It shines when you want dependable, clean power in a compact box that you do not have to think about. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the PROGENY 300W portable power station. Thank you for watching.